Okay, guys, so we're going to watch a couple matches from Mark McQueen, who competed in the ADCC Euros heaviest weight division. He did a great job over everybody else that I watched of doing a good job about hand fighting, keeping position, always weighing on the head, and then setting up his takedowns. And this kind of goes back to what I talked about on the last podcast with Dom about how a lot of the European guys have not yet adopted that stand-up game yet. You know, many of them are guard pullers or looking to leg lock. So we're going to get into this match right now. So Mark is fighting this guy that has competed multiple times in ADCC Trials and won, and even competed in Worlds as well. But look how he does a really good job here of like hanging on the head. When he collar ties with the right hand, he immediately follows it with the left. That kind of throws a lot of people off because many people are used to tying with the right, and so they'll tie up with you on the right hand as well. So he's punching these underhooks a lot, but look at the head position battle. Even though he's the shorter guy, he's winning this head position battle. He's constantly looking for those underhooks back on the head again. You see it's like 2-3 shots at a time. He never really allows his opponent to get comfortable in this stand-up position. Another thing that you'll notice too is he's maintaining that center of the mat. That's a huge benefit to you. If your back gets towards the mat, a lot of guys will initiate those takedowns then because ADCC does not stop when they go off the mat. So I'm going to skip forward just a little bit. You see he's still like hand fighting in these positions. Let's go back a step because he shoots a single off this position. So again, he's controlling that center and he's able to find an angle here. Look how he circles back to the left. He finds that angle, gets back to the collar tie, sets it up, uses that fake to the collar tie to be able to get to his single leg. And ADCC, they're going to reset you back in the middle. So this is a great takedown here. So as soon as he gets in this single leg, you see his opponent's got his weight heavy and low, that it's easy for him to run that pipe, put his partner down on the mat. You know, immediately once he has him there, look at how he's trying to square his hips up continuously. This is how you're going to initiate a pass on somebody that's trying to play flat on their back. He puts tons of pressure here. You know, he's going to clear this knee shield. So you see how hips are trying to be turned on the bottom. You know, Mark's doing a very good job of leg pummeling here, and he just pops that knee out. And once he gets the knee out, he puts that body weight inside there. It's really hard to get that back in without giving up position as the bottom person. And he solidifies this top half guard position with the knee trapped. Does a really good job of just keeping that upper body controlled and then waiting for his right moment to be able to pinch his knees and then clear that leg out. So let's step forward just a hair. Crazy transition that happens right here. You can see he's really focused on clearing that knee in the middle. Right, once he's gotten that knee up, his opponent has no option but to accept or belly down. And he goes straight to the back mount. No hooks in yet, but he is staying super heavy on top of his opponent. And this is just brutal. If you're an ultra heavyweight guy, having somebody big on your back like that cannot be enjoyable. He's going to get the hooks, and it is in point session, so he's going to score here. Oh, he's able to escape. This is really cool. He's using that 100% on the back of the head briefly to stop his rotation. Oh, look, they did give him the point, so I guess he did score that back position. He's probably going to ride this out on points. I don't think he gets a submission on this one. 45 seconds left. He got more points moving into the mount. Let's see how he scores that. So starting in side control, he's got the near side underhook and the far side overhook. Now he switched for the double under, slides that knee right across. You got to be very cautious here about swimming that leg, right? The guy on the bottom here could trap that foot in half guard. He swims it right over the top, staying underneath the elbows, keeping his opponent's elbows above his shoulder line. That's the key here. When the elbows get down, they can start to wrap over the arms and hit those bridge and bumps to the top side. But he does a great job maintaining top. I mean, huge props here. He's going to go on and get the win. All right, so let's move on to another match. So it's going to be a common thing that you see him doing here. You know, as soon as his match starts, immediately he's looking for that tie. There it is. This guy's doing a little bit better about clearing those positions, but, it's just a matter of time before you start to get tired on your feet and you allow the guy to start just hanging on your head. which makes you more tired. Look, constantly. He can't get that left-hand collar tie. The guy's doing a very good job about clearing that. This is pretty common. You see guys double right tie. People are more comfortable at keeping that there. But as soon as that left hand gets up there, the guy's constantly clearing that off. So he lets him hang on the right side. But as soon as he goes with the left hand, he clears that immediately. Sometimes in these big matches, it's a lot of hand fighting. Mark's putting a lot of weight on him, really kind of leaning into him. Shoots that same double again. This time he scores the double, puts the guy down on his back. No points in, but does a good job of getting to the top position, not allowing the partner's hips to turn. So start him back in that position immediately. Look how he cleared that knee. He's over it. He's got that hip-to-hip position. Maybe the guy's playing that butterfly half guard, but it's just a matter of time when he's pressuring in like this that he's going to start to get past that leg. And look, here he is. He's moving into a half guard. He's cleared that far side hook. When you're posting on the hip like this on the bottom, all you're trying to do is buy yourself some time. It doesn't really help you that much to be able to frame the hips here. I think you're better off trying to clear your head, possibly giving up the pass, but allowing yourself to move and get to a better position to defend. Because here with the cross face and this half guard with your arm trapped inside the legs, it's pretty tough to make anything kind of happen. And look, he's going to score that pass. Partner trying to work some kind of deep half position here, but unless your head could get towards their thigh there on that right side, it's going to be very, very difficult to off balance. And look, simple pass, far side underhook, near side crossface, just crushing him with that, putting all kinds of pressure in. And he's trying to transition to the mount. The guy's doing a very good job, but eventually, like I said, at some point you get tired. You know, it's hard to fight off somebody this size continually. Does a good job pendulum the hips out, but right back to that same far side underhook, near side crossface. He's just crushing the guy here. Like right back to a passing, pins that top side control. Going to score again here. It's got me wondering, how does he go to the mount? Is it just a simple knee over the top, just like the last? Yep, same thing. Knee on the stomach and then kicking that foot over. I think the guy's waiting for that slide knee to the mat. Setting up that head and arm. Tons of pressure on the side of the head here. Once you shift off to the side, it's just a matter of seconds before the guy taps. So this is a bigger challenge. This guy here has fought some big-time matches. Francis, big, strong dude. Very explosive. You see those like fast twitch muscles there. He's kind of trying to draw those feints out. I would not want to go against this guy. If he picked me for a partner at open mat, I'd probably look away. And you see, look, it's just a lot of hand fighting. Remember what I said earlier? It's going to be the guy that wins the head position, guy that wins the hand fighting. One of these guys is going to get tired. One of these guys is going to get lazy. You know, they're used to being the bigger guy, hanging on positions. A lot of hand fighting. And we're 3 minutes in. Nothing's happened. Just a bunch of hand slapping. Oh, that's a bad shot. Francis is going to take a bad shot here. Too far outside. His stance is way back. Feet are super far back. Have to make like a shuffle step just to get inside that. His rear leg was too far to be able to power off of that. Perfect place to be able to defend. And this is just one of those that, you know, again, it's who's going to gut it out, who's going to get the win. And you see the look on Francis's face. He's a little frustrated. He looks like he's kind of getting tired here. Oh, big snap. That was a good return back to the feet. He could have potentially turned that corner and put him down, but great recovery by Francis there. And just constantly back on the feet, head slapping. Another big collar tie. Bad shot again. He's just shooting too far out. But really hard to put the guy down. You imagine how your body feels after like going with a guy like this size. It's going to go to overtime. Oh, did we get us? We didn't get a score here. Let's see. We're going to give them a talking to. That's where they tell them, hey guys, this is actually grappling. You got to do something other than just collar tie the heck out of each other. And it goes all the way to the very end. Neither guy took it to the ground. Mark McQueen kind of won the hand fighting. He's going to get to push on to the next round. So this guy doesn't look as nearly as big as all the rest of the guys, but as you go on in the matches, the guys get a lot better. You're going to fight the best guys throughout the day in ADCC. He's got this nice overtie, trapping the arm inside, probably looking for inside trips in these positions. He does score the takedown there. Let's see how he gets that. Yeah, it's just a constant battle of trying to wrench those arms around, move around the back more. Oh, he hits that nice little turn back the other way when his partner kind of lost balance there a little bit. And immediately look at the position he's in, right? He's catching an underhook. He's probably got an underhook on the far side as well, getting his hips super high. That hand that's defensive on the guy on the bottom is really not doing much of anything. You've got to get their head away from you. You got to get those frames back inside. Yes, you give up frames and controls on the legs, but you're not doing much from here. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to kick into any type of a leg lock or hit an off balance from here when the guy's got all that weight coming forward. You're going to see it's just a matter of time. He's starting to get that pass going. Oh, nasty crossface, near side, putting the guy back down. He tried to sit up on him. He finally does get to come up, controls that ankle and puts him back down. So he's back into controlling. A lot of hip pressure here, keeping that arm on the bottom trapped. He's got wrist control on it. And near side, he's cranking his head backwards, trying to put those shoulders down on the mat and make it easier for him to pass or take the back. Look, he's going to pass the side control here. Potential to go to mount, but when they have that arm inside, it can be kind of difficult. They might bridge and bump you that direction. So smart choice on Mark of moving off to the side there and really focusing on getting that side control to be able to score your points, but points aren't in yet. So we get the reset back to the middle. He's got the far side underhook, near side crossface, same position he's been working all day. He's looking to free that left knee in order to start his passing position. The guy on the bottom's doing a good job of getting that head position back down, but it's a weaker grip right there. It's going to be pretty hard to pull the guy's center line back down to your body just by grabbing over his head. He does a little explosion and get out. Nice recovery back to some form of guard, but I have a feeling that Mark is just going to set up that pass again. Same head and arm, constantly just passing. Look, he slipped right out of the guard, doing the same thing. Knee cutting off to the side, a lot of heavy hip pressure, controlling the upper body, preventing the guy from recovering his guard. And again, once you get tired, you're likely just going to give up. I mean, they've been going for a long time today, so he secures that pass and just finishes in top position. Oh, he gets on the back here. He's going to score again. Trying to switch for that body triangle, wasn't able to get it. Got the feet crossed, but not really that big of an issue. See, shorter guys got to grab that foot to be able to lock it up. He's going to ride it out, and he's going to get the win. Impressive run by Mark McQueen. This guy has done ADCC before. I wasn't really aware of him, but I saw that recently he was training with the Danaher guys. So I think that this guy has a really good chance of performing well at ADCC. He's a bigger guy, does well in the hand fighting, and we'll see how he does. So thank you guys. Hope you liked it. Like and subscribe. Make sure you follow.